As the Season 2 of Westworld draws ever closer, I hope the marketing out in the universe has drawn you to this single question. Should you watch Westworld? Well, let me break down some of the reservations that I've seen other people have, and in the end, you decide. The show is a facade western. At first, the biggest thing that turned me off about Westworld was the setting. I thought, wow, you could make this show in any setting you could creatively imagine. So why an old western? But to limit this show in both the short term or the long term to simply the saloons and Oregon Trail is a fallacy. Westworld doesn't take place as an old western. It's in every way a futuristic sci-fi show with the main plot going through both man's innovations toward the future as well as bar fights of the Old West, or at least what they thought those would look like. For me, it came down to thinking about the scope of the West, the manifest destiny, the, cowboys and Indians. Even if you covered the greatest enjoyment humanity could ever do in those times, it would still be limited to fighting, fornication, or God, I don't know, maybe panning the river for gold and drinking your hard work away. I thought it was boring or it's overdone. But if you're putting off your journey through this industrious creation just because you think that it's an overdone or old Western genre, that couldn't be further from the truth. And I think the other concern that I've seen most is that it's hard to follow. Westworld challenges its own creators with one simple truth: theoretical accuracy. They fully grasp onto the hardest to argue points and live and breathe life into them until you're forced to start reading about bicameral minds or defining consciousness. But to enjoy the show, to even understand its value, you don't have to do that. The show is filled with drama and amazing casting that only enhances the science behind the show. It's filled with enough action, and again, the drama to provide relatable anguish when your favorite character fails, or exalting twists when characters succeed. And hey, if the show ever gets too hard to follow, or you want to know more about an episode, channels like this one make content for Westworld week by week. Just saying. The show is backed by an amazing network, and the way Game of Thrones is ending, this show will be the new water cooler conversation. You'll spend hours talking about robots and their plans for world domination, as opposed to incest and dragons. Sorry, Game of Thrones. I'm not saying watch the show because it's in a position to make billions of dollars. I'm saying that there's a reason that it's in that position, and you should explore it for yourself. Listen, all I'm trying to say is if you want to watch a series about robots, artificial intelligence, man versus machine, and an ethical line of you trying to decide who to root for, this is the television experience for you. Watch the show. Give it a shot. The first episode will make you question your own humanity, and the last will leave you standing in admiration that a show proclaims to be this bold. No one is safe. Reality is perception, and evolution comes with circuit boards. Have fun.